Truth Seekers, welcome back. Zach here. A lot of people are writing and asking if I expect a false flag terrorist attack at the Summer Games in Rio this year, 2016. And what we'll do to answer that question is look at the last two terrorist attacks in Summer Olympic history, 1996 in Atlanta and 1972 in Munich. We'll also begin with what happened at the 2012 Summer Games in London when Serena Williams was receiving the gold medal. When Serena Williams was receiving the gold medal the last Summer Olympics, something very curious happened while the national anthem was playing for the United States. This might be foreshadowing for something negative to come to the Americas. This year, the Summer Games are in South America, the United States and North America. Let's watch this clip from the 2012 games. If you've never seen this before, it's very interesting what transpired. If you know the lyrics to the national anthem, sing along and notice when the flag falls from the rafter, the U.S. flag, what lyric, what word you just sang when it fell. So there it was, right as you sing, but our flag was still there, it falls. And, in history, all empires eventually fall. The United States of America, very much an empire. Great Britain, very much an empire. Symbolic, foreshadowing our future at some point, but how far away is that future? I don't think it'll be as soon as the Summer Olympics, so have no fear there. But these people, they work at a slow boil's pace, and they love to drop clues along the way. The Summer Games in 2016, perhaps they will be another strategic time for another planned tragedy, another planned clue. Just recently, June 3rd, 2016, a day after the start of the NBA Finals, Muhammad Ali, the world-famous boxer who opened the 96 Summer Games, which had a terrorist attack, Muhammad Ali dropped dead June 3rd at age 74. And in 2014, I predicted that we would read about Muhammad Ali's death at age 74. He ended up dying June 3rd, exactly 63 days before the start of the Summer Games, which is August 5th. And this is very interesting because the Prophet Muhammad from the Quran died at age 63. Muhammad Ali changed his name in 64 after becoming boxing champion to Muhammad Ali in honor of the Prophet, and then ends up dying 63 days before the start of the Summer Olympics. From the day of his death until the last day of the Olympics, August 21st, is 79 days. The word champion equals 79. Muhammad Ali had 79 birth numerology, special number. With regards to Muhammad Ali opening the 96 Summer Games, Muhammad Ali in Gematria equals 96. So does Freemason. The Munich Games terror attack ended on September 6th, 9/6. Kind of like the 96 World Trade Center, or not 96, the 96 Summer Games attack. I want you to notice that Muhammad Ali and Freemason equal 96 in simple English Gematria, 42 in Pythagorean Gematria. 42 and 96 have a relationship in mathematics. If you add the divisors of 42, they sum to 96. And this year the games are in Rio, which has Gematria 42. All of these numbers connected. These numbers also connected to the past terrorist attacks at the Olympics. The 96 Summer Games bomber Eric Rudolph. He wasn't sentenced until August 22nd, 2005 for bombing the 96 Summer Games, 9 years after the attack. And what's interesting is from the year he was sentenced, 2005, to 2016 is 11 years. 9 years from the event to him being sentenced for the attack, and now 11 years since his sentencing. 9, 11, special numbers. Atlanta's on the 33rd parallel. If you write out the word 33 and sum it in gematria, it sums to 156. False flag equals 156 in Jewish gematria and 33 the small way. And the number 156, it's connected to 911. 911 is the 156th prime number. In September 11th, the buildings fell down 9/11. The buildings lasted for 33 years, from August of 68 until September of 2001. And the construction firm that built them, their name in gematria sums to 156. All of this was planned. The point I'm trying to make is the people, they work by these numbers, they make false flags again and again by these numbers, and they plan many decades in advance. So, the Munich game very well might have been synced up with the 96 attack, and perhaps there's something in store for Rio, because they're making it clear in the media Rio's not safe this year. They've done this in the past, though, and Olympics have gone by without any problem. No matter what happens, just remember, don't be fearful. You now know what's going on, who's orchestrating this, and who needs to be stopped. That's what's important. With regards to him being sentenced August 22nd, though, United States of America equals 228 and 84 the small way. Atlanta's on the 33rd parallel and the 84th meridian. Special numbers. So, 1972. That's when the Munich attack happened in Germany, blamed on Black Sunday, targeting the Israeli team. It is the Freemasons and Zionists. Israel's the Masonic Zionist nation. Anyhow, 72 was 44 years ago. 44, often a fateful number, a number connected to killing. The Atlanta bombings were in Georgia. Georgia's one of two states with a 44 gematria. Georgia's the fourth state. It sums to 44. They said 4 bombs went off at the 96 Summer Games. So Munich, 44 years ago this year. What's interesting is a movie came out about these Munich Games, put out by Steven Spielberg. He released this movie on a date with a life lesson number of 42. Freemason equals 42. Rio also sums to 42. And again, Steven Spielberg, a Zionist Masonic propaganda agent. Spielberg equals 93, propaganda equals 93, Saturn equals 93, Oscar Schindler equals 93, Schindler's List came out in 93. Steven Spielberg's part of the game. You know, these people, they make movies with predictive programming. Remember these details should anything happen in Rio. The motto for the Zionist state, its existence, is never again. What they say, the reason Israel exists is because of what supposedly happened in World War II. They say never again equals 96 like Freemason. You get this attack in Munich ending on September 6th, targeting Israelis, you know, making the world fear the Islamic boogeyman that they've created. I guarantee you Black Sunday was Mossad agents, Israelis themselves, carrying out their military orders, duping the public. This has been done many times throughout history. This is what September 11th was and so many other things. They said 17 people were killed. Kill equals 17. Also interesting is there's this list of the top 10 worst things to ever happen at the Olympics. Number 4 is the Munich Games, and ranked even worse than that is the Black Power tribute in 1968. 1968 is the year MLK was assassinated, Bobby Kennedy was assassinated. The Summer Games were held in October that year because they were in Mexico City. The heat, they made it later in the year. The thing I think about with the Black Power tribute in 68 is Muhammad Ali just died before these Summer Games, and Black power was part of Muhammad Ali's message, civil rights advocate, standing up for black Americans, making quotes as why is he going to go fight brown people across the world when brown people in his own community were being destroyed. Right now in U.S. mainstream media, what they're doing is they're building these hate narratives against race, against religion, black versus white, Christian versus Islam. And they're starting to merge these narratives. In the past, there's Black Panther Party, Nation of Islam. Right now, they're saying Black Lives Matter is becoming a terrorist organization. So I just think about how all these narratives are coming together, how they're kind of symbolized in Muhammad Ali, who's connected to the Black Power movement, as well as the terrorist bombings at the '96 Olympics. This is the way the madmen work. This is the way they drop their riddles over the year, trying to understand what they're going to do next. It takes thinking, understanding, a little bit of imagination, projecting. Just because things have been this way, it doesn't mean that anything will happen at Rio. But it is just interesting to look at in light of the way history's transpired by the numbers. This happened in '68. The '72 games was where it happened in Munich. Interesting that Munich equals 68. Remember, caskets go 6 feet deep, are often 8 feet long, numbers surrounding death. The name Barack Obama equals 68. He has parallels to Martin Luther King Jr. assassinated in '68. Perhaps in the time of the Olympics, a tragedy could happen elsewhere as well. The date this man was sent to prison for bombing the '96 Olympics, August 22nd, that's a video I made a video a couple months back about that date coming up this year, August 22nd, 2016. A date to keep in mind, that will be the day after the Summer Olympics conclude. Numbers connected to death in history, very close proximity to the end of the Summer Games. Also, there's been a lot of headlines in the media about just how the Olympics aren't going to be safe this year. There was this story. This was from July 5th. Welcome to hell, Rio cops. And then they emphasize welcome to hell. Welcome to hell in Gematria sums to 58, just like Freemasonry. And the Olympics start this year August 5th, which in most parts of the world is written 5/8, a lot like 58. Predictive programming. Rio police tell tourists they won't be able to protect them. Remember, the police work for the Masons, the Zionists, the banker tyrants who put on these false flags. Police has the same gematria as false flag. The police in most parts of the world are used to control the people, to oppress them, and to carry out this needless agenda. The police in most places are not here for anyone's benefit, really. Most police just want to be police for authority, for power. Collect a check. They're also bringing up Zika down there. Remember, Zika equals 47, supposedly discovered in 47, the year the Zionist state of Israel was established. Former Brazilian soccer star, don't come to Rio Olympics. Yeah, if you want to go to the Rio Olympics, I won't tell you not to go. I suspect most people who go will be perfectly safe. Even if there is a false flag there, it'll probably be made into more of an ordeal than it really is for the scare, for the fear-mongering, for the agenda. Just remember who's in charge. It's the Freemasons, all the time, operating by their code. This year when Muhammad Ali died, his 74th birthday was January 17th. He died 139 days later. The word Freemasonry, the big way, equals 139. These people do negative things by the numbers. No doubt. But in most of their negativity, the vast majority of us were safe. We're just needlessly scared. All right, Truth Seeker, until next time. Encore forgot something very important. When the flag fell in 2012, the date was August 4th, President Obama's birthday. He's born on 8/4. That day, 2012, he was turning 51 years old. And the number 51, the word conspiracy equals a 51, and it was a very real conspiracy to make that flag fall on cue as symbolism for something to come in the future. It was the U.S. flag that fell. United States of America equals 84. Barack Obama, born 8-4, the President of the United States. The name Obama in Jewish gematria also sums to 84, like his date of birth, like United States of America. Also interesting, the name Barack Obama sums to 68, assassinated. Munich, where the last Olympic tragedy happened before the 96 games, Munich equals 68. And this year the games are in Brazil, which also happens to sum to 68, this number connected to death. So, key points. Sorry I didn't bring those up at the beginning. Until next time, Truth Seekers.